So today I wanted to share with you the designs I created for my merchandise. It took me about 6 months to put it all together, to come out with the exact artwork and design how I wanted to do it. I did all the graphic designs and artwork myself, and I'm very proud of it, and it really hit home for me, and I wanted to share it with you because a lot of the designs that I did, it tells a story of some of the experiences I went through. So I'm not religious. I don't believe in one thing. I believe in everything. And I feel that's more empowering to us to believe in everything. I do like Taoist philosophy, and through my experiences, I got drawn to some Buddhism. So the first one I wanted to talk about is my blue lotus. It's a logo that I have. The blue lotus in Buddhism symbolizes celestial wisdom. So it's a different kind of energy, it's a different kind of knowledge. It's not the kind you read in a book or logic. It's like insight. So it's like when someone goes on a journey and they're trying to figure out something and they get like an epiphany or visions. It's that kind of celestial wisdom. And it's knowledge about what you can do to work on yourself and what others are going through so you can understand them. And I think that's a big importance in this world, because when we can do that, we can have more compassion for each other. So that's one of the things but Bruce, my husband, did help me with part of the design on that one. The next design that I wanted to work on was Kuan Yin, or Avalokitesvara Chenrezig. The reason why is there's this time in my life that I was meditating a lot. I was doing I want to say meditating 3 times a day. So that was like 3 hours a day. And I would get these visions, and it changed my life in so many ways. I went through purgings. It made me look at a lot of things that I needed to work on and deal with. And it really transformed me. But during these times, I would go to the park and meditate. And I could tell that my energy was changing and I was going through a big transformation. And this bird, this white dove, would land on my head every time I meditated. And it was so weird because at that time, honestly, I was more like embarrassed than like, wow, this is an experience. And I was like, why is this dove always landing on my head? And then so what I did was I was trying to avoid the bird. But the funny thing is that the dove kept following me. And so I'd walk down from the park, from the mountain, across the street, and it would follow me home, like maybe 5 blocks. And the people in their cars and the neighbors walking around the street, they would look at me and they're like, is that your pet? I'm like, no. And I was like kind of getting embarrassed, like, no, I don't know this bird, but it was following me everywhere. It was almost like I didn't, it's not like I had a leash or anything, but it was following me all over the place. It followed me home. Every day I'd wake up in the morning, I'd go out to meditate. It would walk with me to the park. It would land on my head when I meditated. And it just kind of got a little bit irritating, a little bit weird, and a little bit embarrassing all at the same time. And I never really understood it. And it would wait for me. It would wait for me by my door. It would wait for me by my garage. It would land on my car. And this was going on for like weeks. And even like when my friends would pick me up, it would circle around my head. It would fly around their car. It would land on their car and drive on and stay on the top of the roof of the car for like the first maybe mile. And then it would leave and I was like, oh, okay, I guess it went away. And then I come home and it's sitting there. So it was very strange. But a lot of my friends that are into spiritualism and Buddhism, they said, no, it means something, and they said that Avalokitesvara comes in 108 forms and the white dove is one of them. And I said, wow, that is so cool. And it's interesting because when I put it all together and the meditations and it was somehow connected to Kuan Yin and channeling in that energy at the time and knowing I was going through some transformation at the time. And then getting this white dove, it's like all synchronicity. And I was like, wow, this is a strong connection with Kuan Yin. And that was a big part of my journey. And so I could not forget that. And so I put that in my design. So it took me a while to create the Kuan Yin design. I wanted that Taoist feel, like a yin and yang kind of feel to it. I also wanted the face of a Kuan Yin, very pure and light energy. So it did take me a while to make, but I was very satisfied with it. So I wanted to share that. So after that, I started reading about the different deities, and one of my friends told me about the green Tara, and she said, you gotta look into this green Tara. She said, the green Tara is a very interesting deity because it helps you go when you're going through any kind of negative things. It's supposed to fight off negative energy. And coming from a Western mind, I was thinking, oh, okay, so it's going to protect me from all these negative people. It's going to protect me from all these negative things that's coming my way. But actually, the green Tara, what it does is it gives you a certain kind of wisdom so that you can see why you're thinking a certain way and why you have these negative thought patterns in your mind. And it helps you to free yourself from it by getting insight. So she helps you get insight so you can let go and be free of those negative thoughts. And I was like, wow, this is cool because now I know there's actually like a deity for like mind effing problems. And I was like, that's pretty cool. So I always kept that in mind, and I always remembered about the green Tara. And it made me realize how Buddhism and everything is really about within and not people outside attacking you, bothering you, but it's about getting these wisdoms so that you can figure out why you're really going through this and why you're going through these negative thought patterns. So that was another design that I did, and it's the green Tara. And I put the chanting in the background as well, so you can kind of see a little bit faded of the chants. So as I continued my meditation journey, I would get these visions of this lady. She would come up to me and she would become one with me. And it was a very peaceful, very calm energy. And this happened like 3 or 4 times during meditations. At the time, I would be like waking up in the middle of the night and I would see her smiling at me. And because she came in my visions so much, I remembered her face. And I told my friend about her, and we're looking through these books, and I said, that's her, that's her. And she goes, oh, that's White Tara. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever's. And then I just kind of brushed it off. And then what's another weird time was I went to the Tibetan temple and I got a Tibetan name. And I don't reveal my Tibetan name, but it has some kind of connection to the White Tara. So when you put it all together, the connection with the White Tara and getting the visions of the White Tara, I was like, there's something there for me. So I went back and I studied the White Tara more. And again, from the Western mind, it was saying like the White Tara is going to make you strong and healthy and rejuvenated. But actually what it is the White Tara will show you the obstacles you created that made you not healthy so that you can have good health and you will live a long life, because you'll see the things that you created that didn't work out for you. And it's an inner wisdom. So I created the design for the White Tara, and then I put the chanting behind it for the White Tara as well. Then this other creation that I made was with the Fu Chen and the Vaja, or the Tibetan bell. The Fu Chen is known for like a weapon that Kung Fu artists used to use. But actually before that, monks used to use it as a spiritual tool. It was used to like ward off evil spirits, to do exorcisms, to do Taoist magic. And that's why I made this shirt, because I wanted this one to be like mystical in a way where you have to look it up and try and figure out what it is. But yeah, it's actually a very spiritual tool. Even the Vaja, even the Tibetan bell, it's a ritual item that most Buddhism use when they do any kind of chanting or ritual. It's like an empowerment tool. So I combined them all together and put it all on one design. And the energy behind that, or the thought behind it, is to show you that we can manifest anything we really want. We can do whatever we want. And those are very magical spiritual items from very long ago. So it's like the energy of saying that, yeah, we can do anything. So the Buddha nature design, I didn't do. My husband actually did as a gift for me, and I really appreciate it, and it falls directly in line with everything else. So I added it to my merchandise. So these merchandises you can look at on my website, and you can choose like the color shirts or the mug or whatever product you want it on. So I hope you do enjoy it and enjoy my stories on why I designed all these things. So if you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And in the comments below, write down what deity you feel connected with and why. And it doesn't need to be Buddhist, it can be any religion. And I think it's going to be good for us. We can all look back at the comments and learn more about all different empowerments. Take care and have a good day.